Hi everyone, Sean here. I just wanted to do a quick teaching on something that the Holy Spirit revealed to me the other day. It was quite amazing. It's related to the book of Revelation 6 verse 6, where it says, "And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And seest thou not hurt the oil and the wine?" Why that verse in particular? I was on a video call with family, and on the video call, my aunt had mentioned that her daughter was still at work. And at that point in time, most of us were not at work. The lockdown had just been initiated and it was quite strict. And she works on a farm and they produce wine. And for whatever reason, the wine industry has gotten certain exemption to allow them to go out and basically process all the grapes. And I found it quite interesting because so many other industries and segments of different industries are not getting any exemption. They just had to kind of shut everything down. And it reminded me of this verse in the book of Revelation where it said, hurt not the oil and the wine. And I actually sent this verse to my aunt straight after that call because I felt that, it really strongly reminded me of this period we're in right now, and I'm also just kind of reaching out to them. But straight after that, I actually went out and I went to go and get some supplies from the store. And while I was walking through the store, I was just reciting the verse because there's part of it, I think I understood the hurt not the oil and the wine, but the part where it says a measure of wheat for a penny, I was contemplating that and I actually repeated it to myself. And instead of saying a measure of wheat, I said, instead of saying a measure of wheat for a penny, I said a measure of wheat for a denarius. And the moment I said it, I realized that that was new and I hadn't read that, I'm pretty sure. And when I got back, I thought I would quickly come and check what was written. And yeah, it was a penny, which I was pretty certain of. But I already kind of knew that the Holy Spirit had revealed something to me. And I just thought that maybe I'm going to just tab out of this quickly to show everyone. If you want to use the eSword to find out what the original words are, you can go and you can actually find the Bible. Like here's the KJV, but this KJV Plus will actually let me see the original word if you pick on the Strong's number next to it. So for example here where it says a measure of wheat for a penny, if I click on that over there, it'll actually show me what the original word was, and it was a denarion, okay, or denarius. This is what I said. And obviously I know that the Holy Spirit showed me this, and what is its significance, and if you actually go and do a little bit of research and you try and find out a bit more about what a denarius is, a denarius was the equivalent of basically 10 asses or 10 mules. Okay, so it obviously changes the context of what that verse means, and obviously I now look at it differently, and I think, what was John seeing when he was shown this revelation? And he was just seeing someone paying a significant amount of money for a measure of wheat. So it made me think of hyperinflation and the increased cost of essentials, things that are just going to become very expensive for your everyday essentials. And I think that is essentially what he was seeing and what he was trying to say in that part of the book of Revelation. Most people do associate that with the black horse, where it talks about a verse before that, and I beheld a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And again, for me, that speaks of commerce, it speaks of trade. I know that many people have equated the black horse to famine, which I agree, that it is the result of the famine that things will be expensive, but it's not just that. It's this sign that things are going to be hyperinflated. So anyway, for me, it made sense, and I also just wanted to point this out because there's so many verses in the Bible that we get that sometimes if you read the translation, it doesn't always make as much sense as if it was written in the context, in the eyes of the person that was writing it. And in this case, it obviously, changing that word penny to denarius and in its significance makes a big difference into what that verse is saying. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. I hope that it will help anyone out there understand that the times we're entering in are unique and obviously very much prophetic. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with everyone. And if you want to learn some more about amazing things God's been doing in this world, please go and look at the TLR movies. Okay, you're going to see God has been doing amazing things in the world. And I just encourage you to seek Him with everything that you have now while you can. Thank you and blessings in Jesus' name.